Hi everyone. So good to be here. What a weekend. You don't know what I'm feeling after yesterday's news. My name's Yvette Huyshamer. I'm the Liaison Officer for Rescue Rehab South Africa. Rescue Rehab was born in July of 2015, and the founder, Renelle de Villiers, came across this during her experience in field work at the needs in animal welfare, and went on to a course of thinking that would involve capacity building animal welfare. We encompass Rescue Rehab South Africa with the corporate culture that has respect and sensitivity in assisting compassionate animal people to reach their full potential. One of the things that struck me when I started working with Renelle is that she not only assists animal welfare, she actually takes people and enables them to reach their full potential. I wasn't sure where I was going to be in animal welfare because I cannot do field work. It's just too much for me. I can't bear to see the suffering. But I've now ventured off into standing in front of people with a lump in my throat, because this is actually the first time I'm doing a presentation, and also involved in politics. So you've got your corporate culture. We're looking at our values and accessible, which is accessible and inclusive. Good knowledge and best practices awareness, integrity. We take our fiduciary responsibility very seriously, which we do. Are transparent in our communications, interactions, and intentions. Obviously, leadership, very important. Respect, sustainability through capacity building. You know, investing in people is key. I find that your human capital is probably your greatest asset. We stand by the 5 animal freedoms. I would say especially point 6, the freedom to be free. And wise stewardship. We are careful and responsible managers of skills resource. This is the vision of Rescue Rehab South Africa, established to support, uplift and upskill animal welfare and rescue organizations. There's such a challenge out there. If you have a look at animal rescue organizations, they are too full, panic fundraising, so many areas. To retain your volunteers, it's something. If we look at identifying the challenges, one of the greatest things I think is that legislation and welfare are unmarried. We've got the current animal bylaw for animal welfare, and then we've got animal welfare itself. So we're busy revising the bylaw to include mandatory sterilization, stop backyard breeding, etc., etc. But even with the bylaw, we find that law enforcement are just so unable to enforce that bylaw. Okay. Overpopulation, I've mentioned. We need to implement mandatory sterilization. This whole thing, sectional title and body corporate rules. You've got a lot of people, even in retirement villages, people retire, they've got animals, they go to a retirement village, you can't take the animals with, and you're sitting with both a moral and ethical dilemma. Inconsistent fundraising, passive income building. Veterinary bills. I know of a shelter that when this individual told me how much a veterinary bill was, I nearly fell over. It was 180,000 rand. And I said, how do you sustain that? And she's permanently working at fundraising. Every weekend she's out there, and it's raffles, and it's so exhausting, but to keep those funds coming in. Ethical standards, to look at skills training, key. Knowledge regarding financials. Volunteer retention is key. We've got another shelter where somebody is absolutely exhausted. She can't deal with the volunteers coming and going, because every time a volunteer comes in and you pour yourself into them training and upskilling them, they decide to leave and you're actually starting from scratch. Lack of statistics. Non-compliance with legal restrictions, failure to act with restrictions of the bylaw, limiting compassion to domestic and companion animals, and excluding farmed wild animals and feral cats. I don't know if any of you were at the animal conference this year held by RRSA. Jude Bradbury, who did a presentation on feral cats. Quite brilliant. Being responsible and not turning away animals or recruiting animals in need when shelter is full. Maximum capacity, always. Some shelter, I think last week, was visited by the SPCA, or 2 weeks ago. The maximum capacity was 600 dogs. Unreasonable expectation and level of private vet support, insufficient personal training, foster care. Foster care is a nightmare. You just cannot find fosters. I think fostering, firstly, you get the emotional connection to that animal, and I would count myself in that category where you just can't let go. And then you've also got people are like blind to it, in that I know a lot of people don't know that when you foster an animal, the shelter will actually pay for the vet's bills and the food while they're trying to find a home. But sometimes finding a home for that animal takes a very long time. Marketing of animals on Facebook and Gumtree. I am going to take this up personally with Facebook, because in the lion bone trade presentation, there were lions and tigers for sale on Facebook.